I was separated in 1977. I was officially divorced in 1978. I was already here. I met a woman at the swim club, and she's the first person I had a relationship with. And it was not one of my better relationships, but I haven't had better relationships. And when we split, it was a little bit while, several years before I began looking for somebody else, and it was happened to be somebody who I worked with. And I did not know that she was a lesbian. And we became friendly, and then we began a relationship. And that relationship lasted for 8.5 years. And it broke up. Actually, I think it broke up at the time my first grandchild was born, and I think I was 11 years older, and I think she was not quite ready to be a grandmother. She'd never been married. I did not know at that point any other lesbians who'd been married and had grandchildren. And but we traveled a lot together. We went to my daughter's wedding together. We went to visit her aunt and uncle out in Arizona together. We spent Thanksgiving with her family together. And right after we broke up, I went up to join the synagogue, and I went up to a Jewish renewal camp where they had a class called Twice Blessed. It was being a Jewish lesbian. And somebody from the synagogue had suggested that I go up and begin to wrestle with this issue of who I was. And just before I went up, I have a niece in Canada with whom I'm very close. And I told her, she wanted to know what I was doing for the summer, and I said, I'm going to Olat Chaim for a week. And she said, oh, is Paula coming with you? And I said, no, we don't travel together as much anymore. She said, oh, you broke up. I said, oh, you knew. And she said, yes, we've been trying to talk to you about it for about 8 years. And then that summer afterwards, because I'd been interviewed for a magazine article and I didn't want them to call me at Olat Chaim, I had them call my daughter. And she called and we talked about the article. And then at the end of the summer, to celebrate my 60th birthday, I went up to Massachusetts to there. And when I got up there, I sort of tugged on her sleeve and I said, I had a marvelous time at Olat Chaim because I took Twice Blessed because it was about being Jewish and being lesbian, because I am a lesbian, And she again said, we've been wanting to talk to you about it for many years. So that was how I came out. What my daughter did say, but not then, was the only problem she had with my coming out, and my coming out so many years later, was she felt that I had lied to them. And I don't know that she had any real sense, I don't know that she has to this day any real sense of the turmoil of coming out. I think in some ways that older people have an easier time, but I'm not sure how easy it is for older couples who come out when they're older to come out to their kids.